Hello, hello. If you're looking at this, you probably know what's about to happen. We are officially hitting 100% mastery. This is something that's been a long time coming. I certainly didn't go about it in the most optimal of fashions. Took a lot longer than it needed to, but no matter what, this is a huge time sink that I have finally finished off. Let's take a little bit to reminisce. Mastery was introduced as far back as the game launched, I'm pretty sure. And I remember at first not really understanding what it was, what it meant. And then once I kind of clued into it, I thought, this is how they make this game have infinite content, basically. That no matter what, you've gotten all the items, you've beaten all the dungeons. There weren't even dungeons back then, but you've beaten all the enemies. You've gotten all your skills maxed, you found all the pets, whatever. There's still mastery. There's always mastery on this infinite horizon. And I think back then I was correct in thinking so, because they hadn't implemented mastery tokens yet, let alone this much more sophisticated system of getting mastery experience, which you then spend. None of that existed yet. And I think at the time, even if they hadn't changed anything, people wouldn't be able to get to max mastery even now. I think the only thing that made it remotely feasible was the introduction of all these systems, and that was when the game's goal kind of shifted between do everything besides mastery and then just keep grinding away at mastery until more content gets added to you're actually very capable of getting to 100% completion log in total. Mastery is not the infinite grind anymore. It is indeed very finite, and we have reached the end of it. Which means we're going to start doing a lot more interesting things, namely combat. We are going to pick up the sword once again and start cutting away, I guess, at items next. Maybe I'll try to work my way down the list. So next we're going to go after all of the items, and here are the drops that we're looking at that we don't have yet. Plus we got to get a whole bunch of materials for upgrades and stuff, but I guess we'll start by doing these. Before we get to that though, let's actually finish it off. Spend our experience here. Get this guy to 99. We've got 100% mastery in summoning. Cultist hit 99 mastery. And our second 100 in a long time is finally on the account. The first time mastery has ever been at 100%. Ever. And now we can move on down the list. So let's get our fighting gear on. Can stop summoning. The summoning grind, by the way, massive drain on resources. Wiped out around 200 million from my bank, I'm pretty sure. Wiped out all of my Slayer points, which fortunately I don't really need for anything right now, but oof. Wiped out huge stacks of items that I was fortunate enough to have. And in return, we got all these little cartoon characters. So hopefully we'll find uses for these. Eventually they're going to add more to all of the skilling grinds, so being able to go back in with these as little bonuses is nice. But yeah, pretty brutal grind. Okay, so I guess we're just going to switch to our combat. We're going to get our signet ring and our maximum skill cape equipped. Everything else looks pretty good for this first immediate goal, which is just to cross off all the items on this list. And I don't know how long that'll take. I don't know what kind of video I should make for something like this. It doesn't really have the thrill of opening chests or anything. So probably not much content again for a little while, but eventually we're going to have to plunge back into these dungeons. And that's where I'll record some sessions, probably record a lot of deaths and a lot of failures. But yeah, this is really just to kind of commemorate this moment. Not really too much else to announce or check in on. But we're gonna start fighting here. I think we're going to train attack. Because what's the first thing we want to fight? It's an L Lorraine archer. Just because attack is lagging so far behind these other two, and did we just get it? No, we just got one of these other short bows. Okay. Or long bows. No, they're short bows. Okay. Alright, well, let's do our best to get these drops and continue on with the rest of the content. I'm very excited. Short video, but goodbye.